We rode the Honda Talon a few weeks ago. Been kind of busy. I haven't been able to clean it up yet, but today we're gonna power wash it, clean it up, and apply some SC1. All right, so generally I like to start by spraying the roof and the top and just working my way down to kind of let the mud flow all the way down. When I started out, I power washed it all over one time. Now I'm gonna let it dry, and then we'll power wash it again once I see what spots need to be hit again. We're actually gonna use a leaf blower to help the drying process along. The dirt right here, this is why I spray it twice. Sometimes I miss stuff. Sometimes when it's wet, it kind of darkens everything. It's hard to see, but we're gonna spray again. Get some of this stuff in here. Some of the dirt on the wheel well here. A little dirt spot up here. We're just gonna kind of go over it one more time with the power washer before we dry and wipe it down with a towel. I sprayed a little bit of the interior, but usually I get a wet towel and I just use that to wipe all the surfaces on the inside. But our last trip we didn't get that muddy, so there wasn't a whole lot of dirt. It was just mostly dust. Mostly dust in here, not a whole lot of mud. Usually the spots I miss are up under here, but I like to get everything as clean as I can within reason. So that's why we're going over it twice. All right, so at this point, I've power washed it twice. Now I'm gonna go get the leaf blower again, help dry it off a little bit, and then get the towel out and really just wipe it down, wipe any remaining dirt, residue, any dust. We're gonna start with the outside first. At this point, I have dried off the outside. Now I'm going to start wiping down the interior. This is after a quick wipe down, just with a wet towel. Same situation with these two doors. There's a lot of dirt from just when I wash it, it runs down, and just the dust collecting from riding the trails. At this point, I have it reasonably clean. I've got it reasonably dried off. And when I say reasonably, I say that because you're never gonna get all the dirt on these machines. There's just too many small little nooks and crannies for the dirt and mud to hide behind. Hard to reach spaces, all of it. So it's as clean as it's gonna get today. Tomorrow, we're gonna put some of the SC1 on the body. All right, day 2 of cleaning. Today, it's all cleaned up. So all we have left now is the SC1 high gloss coating that we're gonna spray on. We're gonna spray this on, leave it on for a minute, and then buff it out. I usually do the whole exterior, some of the interior, and then also up under the wheel wells as well. So let's get started. I usually do a small section like this where I'm just kind of doing this back quarter. Now I just kind of buff out the spray, kind of wipe off just the overspray and the wetness. Not completely trying to wipe it off, so I'm not wiping hard. Just kind of buffing it out with a microfiber cloth. Kind of real lightly. Usually the stuff under here, under the wheel well, I don't bother buffing that. I just let it stay on there. Just kind of worry about buffing the body itself. Try to get a nice even coat over the whole exterior. This stuff acts almost like a wax kind of. It keeps the dirt from, keeps mud and dirt from collecting too much, and it's easier to wipe off and clean the next time. I've noticed on some parts underneath the vehicle where I don't have this stuff, even after you power wash it, it still kind of has a muddy look. So we're done spraying the outside. Now we're going to work on the inside a little bit, on the dash, some of the center console, just stuff like that, little details. Help make it easier to clean next time. We'll let that sit for a minute, and then we'll wipe off some of the orange trim, and here on the middle we'll get some of that wiped down. Some of it, like around the floor, I just leave on the plastic. I don't bother wiping that off or wiping the top layer off. I just let that sit. Now we're just kind of wiping off, making sure there's none on the screen. Just kind of buffing down the orange trim here. A little bit of this. Just make it so it's not too oily or whatever. So I'm done detailing it now. We power washed it, we dried it off, we power washed it again. We let it sit overnight to get good and dry, and then we sprayed the SC1 high gloss finish on there. It's made for ATVs, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, all of it. Just helps keep the mud from sticking too much on the surface. So we're gonna get a few shots of the final cleaning, and then we'll be done.